Hey everyone, Alex here, and in this video I'm going to share 5 powerful lessons that have allowed me to overcome so many of my fears. And I'm also going to share this epic hack that has allowed me to take action even in the times where I was really afraid. So personally, I have often been crippled by fear of rejection, fear of embarrassing myself, fear of missing out, fear of people judging me. And it's something that really held me back in life and stopped me from taking action towards doing the things that I knew that I was capable of doing. And you probably heard me say this before, but one of the biggest regrets of the dying is I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. And so actually fear plays a massive role in the amount of regret that you're going to have later on in life. And so hopefully the lessons that I'm going to share with you today will help you to not be in that position where you get filled with regret. And so the first lesson is just for you to reflect on this one sentence, which is, there is no such thing as a solution to a feeling. And so it's pretty profound because a lot of the time, whenever we feel fear, whenever we feel any emotion or feeling, we have this tendency to want to fix it. We have this tendency to want to find a solution. Whereas actually, one of the keys to overcoming your fears is actually then to allow yourself to feel the fear, not try to fix it, not try to avoid it, because that's how you're actually going to eventually move forward and move past despite being afraid. And so that brings us to the second key lesson, which is welcoming the feeling. Now, this can seem sometimes counterintuitive because fear is probably something that you want to avoid and that you don't want to feel, but actually, I think it's a quote from Mark Manson who says, the desire for a more positive experience is itself a negative experience, whereas the acceptance of a negative experience is itself a positive experience. And so instead of trying to fix and avoid the fear, just try to notice it in your body, just welcome it, close your eyes, feel it. Where is it located? Get super curious about what that feeling is, about what that energy is, and just allow yourself to feel it. Fear is a lot of time is in the mind, and when you drop into the body and just allow yourself to feel it, well, then eventually it goes away. And I'm sure you've heard this before, you probably noticed this yourself, but fear is very similar to excitement, or anxiety is the same sensation as excitement. And so once you realize that it's just a feeling in the body, well, then you can take action, and you can not let the fear affect you. The third lesson is one of the less spoken antidotes of fear, and that is actually curiosity. Because if you think about it, fear contracts, whereas curiosity expands. So fear focuses on avoiding, whereas curiosity focuses on discovery. So when you're afraid, you'll look for ways to escape, whereas when you're curious, you'll look for ways to understand. So start getting super curious about your fears. Ask yourself questions like, okay, what's the thought behind this fear? Or what is this fear trying to teach me? Or, what would happen if I took action anyways? And just be very curious and notice how your perspective can change around that fear. The fourth lesson is probably one of the more common antidotes to fear, and that is action. Because fear is not something you need to overcome. It's possible to do things scared, which is the definition of courage. There is no fear without, or there is no courage without fear. And so instead of focusing on the fear, focus on the fact that you are being really brave right now. And then the fifth powerful lesson is visualization. So this is something that I've used a lot when it comes to public speaking. I would spend hours visualizing myself going up on stage, delivering the speech, feeling the feelings, feeling the emotions, and the nervous system doesn't know what is real or what is imagined. And so if you imagine yourself and deeply visualize yourself doing something that you're afraid of, well, naturally, when it comes to actually doing it, you won't be as afraid because your nervous system will know that it's safe. And finally, the powerful, the epic hack that I've used that has allowed me to take so much action despite being terrified and despite having many fears. And it's a technique that I call throwing your hat over the wall. And so It comes from an old Irish saying where I think it was young kids, they would be coming home from school and they had two options. They could either walk around the wall, which would take them an extra 10-15 minutes to get home, or they could climb the wall. And so what these kids would do, they would throw their hat over the wall as a commitment to jumping over the wall. And so this is something that I do with my fears all the time. I throw my hat over the wall. So I commit to doing something, even though I know I'm afraid, but then I have no choice but to do it. So this can be putting your hand up in a meeting. It could be volunteering to do a speech. It could be sending a message to that one friend who you're afraid to have that conversation about, saying, I would like to talk about something. So you're throwing your hat over the wall, and then you're kind of committing, and then you have to do it anyways. And yeah, so this is a strategy that's allowed me to take so much action. And so hopefully by following these 5 lessons or using these 5 lessons for yourself, and I'll go through them again. And so the first one was reflecting on the fact that there is no such thing as a solution to a feeling. The second one was to welcome the fear, embrace the feeling, feel it in your body. The third one was focus on being curious. The fourth one was take action. Yes, I think that's great. And the fifth one was visualization. And so if you go through these every time you face fear, well, I'll guarantee you that you will be able to take way more action, and you'll stop getting in your way, so you can actually live a life of no regrets and be really true to yourself. So as always, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. And if you want to connect with me, don't hesitate to reach out on LinkedIn, and wishing you an amazing day and sending you loads of love. Take care.